Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. 4th of July baseball coming at you. It's the New York Yankees going up against the New York Mets. Biggest story coming into this one is what he's been able to do at the plate recently. Absolutely on fire, Singy.
Yeah, he's been terrific, Boog. Has really made this a dangerous team. His bat's been lethal of late, and it's opening up a lot of opportunities for his teammates, too.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll here. And on the hill in this one, David Peterson. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Kicks and fires. A little out front there as he swings through it. These two offenses could put up runs in a hurry. That's off the mark, and the count is 1-2. High fly ball out to center field. Nimmo has it sized up. Corrals it. One down. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. Batting second, a really important guy for them, Aaron Judge.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Aaron Judge stands in now, looks at that one inside. Peterson. He isn't really known as a starting pitcher that's going to get you deep into the start. It's not that he's not capable. He just hasn't proven that he can do it yet. And another ball.
He's got such great stuff. You just don't know from start to start whether it's a potential no-hitter or it's a guy that's only going to give you 3 or 4 innings.
Right through there for a strike.
But for the most part, with that kind of stuff, you expect him to get to the middle of the ball game.
On the ground, out to short. In the dirt, nice pick.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Two outs, base is empty. Bellinger up to hit. First pitch misses. What does he need to do in order to get deeper into the game?
Well, I'd say it's command of the secondary pitches, because when you're talking about turning over the order a second and third time and hitters are getting looks, you've got to be able to put a wrinkle on something, change speeds, and locate it enough so that they offer at it. Ultimately, you want them to swing and chase a pitch that teases the zone and ends outside the zone. But so far, he hasn't been able to do that consistently.
Taylor settles underneath it, and a foul ball. Two outs. Swing and a miss, and the count is 2-2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Laser could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Giancarlo Stanton, the next to hit.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
That one ripped. Pulls it in on the warning track. The Yanks lead 1. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. This is Yankees baseball on the Show NYC. Back here in Queens, and our starting pitcher here today, Marcus Stroman. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
Bottom of the first. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Francisco Lindor. The Yanks looking to build momentum towards the postseason, and a win here would certainly help. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting second, left fielder, Jesse Winker.
Here's Jesse Winker. Swinging a foul out of play.
Still a couple of months to go, Boog, but there's definitely a little more energy and pressure around each game right now. A win here would be a nice shot of momentum.
Runner at first with no outs here. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Now, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2.
First baseman.
Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these players even during batting practice. When it doesn't matter, they're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, they step right in and continue with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
Now the 0-1. Right through there for a strike. You know, you translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. Mets strand 1, scoreless after 1. New inning getting started. Here's the third baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Chisholm Jr.
Chisholm needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Outside low, gonna count 1 and 2. And there's a ball. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. In there safely.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. J.C. Estrada. First pitch, and he just misses. Estrada with a homer in his last game. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
One out and a runner at second. Fought off foul.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
And that one is downstairs. The count now 2-2. Swing and a ball lifted left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away now.
Batting 8th, shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe now at the plate. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Tap foul at the plate. And there's a foul ball. That one ran inside, almost got him. Runner at second, 2 down. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Flip to the pitcher is in time, and they get it out of the play. 1 left for the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the inning. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Mark Vientos.
Out to short. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting 6th, catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game. When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss. Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
1 down, base is empty. Fights it off, he'll see another. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat. And the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone. And as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Brandon Nimmo in the box now. No balls and a strike. Foul ball. 2 out, space is empty. And that is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Mets go down quickly. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Peterson back to work. Right through there for a strike. That clips the zone, and it's 0-2. Up and in, look out.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Pretty well struck. Winker going back on this one. It bangs off the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. The batter now, Jason Dominguez. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it on to first. In time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout. And the runner stays where he is.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And Judge spoils that one. And the lefty with the 0-1. That one out to right. Taylor moving under it. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Cody Bellinger getting ready to hit. Doubled in his first AB. That one missed. LeMahieu at third with 2 away. Back up that got him. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure and they get the out. Home half of the third coming up. No score. As we go to the last of the third. Ronnie Mauricio now.
Ronnie Mauricio.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Zips it across. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting ninth, right fielder,
Tyrone Taylor digs in now. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Just missed.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
And that's downstairs. And that's ball 2.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Liner picked on the hop at first. Goldie takes it himself and a couple of quick outs.
Up next for the Mets, shortstop Francisco
now up to him,
Lindor.
Francisco Lindor. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. That's too low. And it's 1-1. I remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1. On the ground, and that's just foul.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. And a good eye there. Still tied at 0, last of the third. Swing and a ground ball. Jazz tosses to first. Lindor retired. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for the Mets. Still no score. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Giancarlo Stanton.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. Stanton, 35 years old, and he's a former All-Star Game MVP. Outside low, 1-1.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Struck him out swinging. He swung over top of the curveball.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
Fourth inning underway, no score. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Winker drop step going back. onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Definitely didn't get all of that one, but man, the wind almost pushed it over the fence and left.
The first baseman.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. Doubled his first time up. Into left center for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Chance to collect himself now as he asks for time. At the plate, J.C. Estrada. Just missed. Goldie off of first with 2 away. Next offering in there for Estrada. And 1-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, a tough play, and now there are runners at first and second.
Now batting, shortstop Anthony
Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. And that one fouled off. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And that's the third out. Yanks strand a pair, and we are still scoreless. And we're back. John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Jesse Winker. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. That one missing inside. In there at the knees, 2-1 now. Slap the other way, foul. On the ground to Jazz. Gets it to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Up next for the Mets, designated hitter, Juan
Here's Juan Soto.
Soto.
Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Lifted in the air down the left side. Hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman Pete Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Hammered down the right side, but foul. On the ground to third. Chisholm. Fires over to first. And that takes care of Alonso. And the Mets go 1-2-3. So they go quietly there. We played 4. No score. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite a
off for
pitcher's
the
duel
Yankees,
so far.
second
Here's how the
baseman,
starters
DJ
have performed up
LeMahieu.
to this point. And And here it comes. Slider for a strike.
You know, these Yankees doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The pitch to LeMahieu. Missed with a changeup. Ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Down.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Lindor flashes the leather on the run and catch.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. And that skips in the dirt. 1 out, bases empty. And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
One down, bases empty. And a foul ball. There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. Around first, heading for 2. Nimmo quickly gets it back in. And now a runner moves into scoring position as we look for the first run of the ball game. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
It's Aaron Judge now. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Dominguez leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. That one is absolutely belted. And it bangs off the wall. Headed for the plate. He scores and they have the lead. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. David Peterson done for the afternoon, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for the Mets,
Sean Reed Foley on the pitch here.
71.
Still pretty early in the ball
Sean
game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
1 out, runner at second. Digging in, Cody Bellinger. Line drive, base hit. Here comes the Judge around third. He's safe as he gets his hand in, and they lead by 2. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Man at second with 1 away. And here is Giancarlo Stanton. Foul ball there. And a big swing and a miss. Action in the Mets bullpen. Degniel Nunez, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Razoban also throwing. 1 out, the runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th. swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, it's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Now it's going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. Fouled off left side.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Runner at second, 2 down. Now this one gets away from the catcher. Bellinger up to third on the wild pitch.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base. Now just 90 feet away.
That missed by a lot. It's 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. Into the Big Apple, seats and gone. Wow. And that should quiet this home crowd. His 23rd of the year, and they add a couple more. It's 4-0. Siggy, that's a special one. His 100th career home run.
Man, 100 career homers. Pretty impressive. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. Breaking ball misses down and away. Just missed.
He hasn't wanted a challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
And a swing and a miss.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a ball popped up. Lindor hauls it in to end the inning. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Yankees 4 and the Mets nothing. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Third baseman, Mark Vientos.
And that is out of play.
Well, these Mets just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
That one finds the corner, and the count 1-2. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. To third, Chisholm. On to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Now batting, catcher Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez, the next to hit. His first at bat was a strikeout.
love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the third home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these two teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
That misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Yankees leading by 4, last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
That's about as nasty of a sprinter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Nimmo stands in now and watches strike 1. Fastball for a strike. 0-2 now.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Pitch misses. Now 1-2. And that's in the dirt. The other way. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Mets go down quickly. They're down 4-0. Back now with the Subway Series. Top of the 6th inning. And here's the catcher, J.C. Estrada. Reed Foley back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Activity in the bullpen. A.J. Minter up and throwing. And he swings through that one. And the next pitch is way outside. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. On the ground to third, Vientos. Handles, throws to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Now batting, shortstop, Anthony
And stepping
Volpe.
in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And that drops in for a strike.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
1 down, base is empty.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can...
Oh, wow, what a stop. And very nicely done for the out.
Just love watching this guy do everything. Swing the bat and make great defensive plays just like that. Remember, he won the Platinum Glove in 2016. You know this guy's the real deal defensively.
2 down, base is empty. Next to hit, DJ LeMahieu. Outside corner, there's a strike.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Cut on and lifted in the air. Pulls it in on the run. And that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. The Yankees 4 and the Mets nothing. Bottom of the 6th. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
Ronnie Mauricio.
Off the plate, ball 1. And another ball. And it's fouled away. And that's fouled off. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. He makes it safely with a leadoff double in the 6th.
Everything came together for him. And, man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
And now here is Tyrone Taylor. Man at second. High in the air, out to right. Judge brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
And now it's Frankie Lindor.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. In the dirt, it gets to the backstop. No advance, though. One away with a runner at third here in the bottom of the 6th. And that misses. Ball 2. Right through there for a strike. That's a base hit. Run scores. And next for the Mets, Jesse Winker. First offering, and it just misses.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Yankees up by 3. Got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. And now it's Juan Soto.
For the Mets, designated
Soto
hitter,
recently
Juan
taking home Player of the Month
Soto.
honors. On a bounce right side, LeMahieu whips it to first. They get the out on Soto. Third out, and that ends the frame. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 4-1. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, A.J. Minter.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year. Typically at least one an inning, so he'll be tough
Leading
to get
off
to.
for the Yankees.
Back to the
left
top of the
fielder,
order now.
Jason
Now it's the
Dominguez.
switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. 1 for 3. A changeup missing. 1-0.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
Two of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. Fouls one off. 2-2. Fastball is outside. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Makes the catch for the out. Aaron Judge at the plate.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And Judge spoils that one. Minter measures 6 feet even. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, and he works in a changeup. One down, base is empty. Chases that one upstairs.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
And that one hammered. Nimmo going back on it. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Now batting center fielder.
2 outs,
Cody
base is empty.
Bellinger.
Here's Cody Bellinger. First pitch misses. On the ground to the left, Vientos. And that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. The Yankees 4 and the Mets 1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game
for the
summary.
Mets, first baseman Pete Alonso.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Fouled off down the right side. To the right side, Goldie. And he handles it himself for the out.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently.
batting,
It doesn't matter
third
how many
baseman,
highlight reel plays you make if you can't
Vientos.
execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
And now it's Mark Vientos. Has grounded out a couple of times. That one hammered center field back there. And that one is off the batter's eye. Wow, out of here. His 13th home run of the season, and they close the gap. It's 4-2. Singy, that's his 50th career homer.
50 might not sound like a huge number, but it's a nice little milestone that a lot of guys don't get to. That cutter low and away can be a really tough pitch. You have to stay within your mechanics and trust that you can get good whip to it. Well, he did right there. Really nice swing, and he was rewarded for it.
Base is empty, one away, and now the catcher comes up to him, Francisco Alvarez. There's a strike.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
That one off the mark, and the count is 1-1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. And foul ball. And it goes just foul. One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the bottom of the 7th. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Right side, LeMahieu. The throw to first, and there's 2 away.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game.
Now,
it might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher
Yankees,
for the Yankees, Tim Hill.
number 41.
These are the spots relievers
Tim Hill.
really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And a slider misses down and away. And that misses. 2-0. Sinker catches the zone at the knees. Swing and a pop-up. LeMahieu makes the catch, inning over. Mets draw closer thanks to the home run. It's now 4-2. This is the Subway Series on the show.
Pitching for the
Welcome
Mets.
back, and a new arm on the mound
Number
to start
43.
the 8th. Huascar Brazoban.
Huascar
He pitched
Brazoban.
yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Giancarlo
Leading
Stanton
off
to
for
the plate
Yankees,
now.
the
0 for 3
designated
in
hitter,
this one.
Giancarlo Stanton.
And that's in for a strike. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. He swings and fouls one off. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Ground ball right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Now batting, third baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Here's the third baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the 8th. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And he asks for time before the 0-2 pitch. Foul ball, still 0-2.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That's a ball.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
One down, base is empty. What a stop to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Taylor moving under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Yankees 4 and the Mets 2.
Now pitching for
Back
the Yankees.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into
30.
the bottom of the 8th. Luke Weaver. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Ronnie Mauricio up now for the Mets. 1 for 2.
Ronnie Mauricio.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one fouled off. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swung on, popped up left side. Chisholm. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Now here is Tyrone Taylor. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Up next for the Mets, shortstop Francisco.
Here's Francisco Lindor. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And next for the Mets, Jesse Winker. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Tying run at the plate. Lindor the move. Throw to second. Ow! And that'll end the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Edwin Diaz.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Now here is J.C. Estrada.
Catcher, number 25.
Fastball for a strike. Diaz, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a two-seamer. Out to short, Lindor. Tosses to first, and the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
Good two-seam action right there, running away from the batter, rolled over it, got the ground out.
So digging in, Anthony Volpe. Fastball is outside. Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
The shortstop takes the ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Trying to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Two down, bases empty. And stepping in for the Yankees, DJ LeMahieu. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch. Offense held in check there. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. The Yankees 4 and the Mets 2. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Devin Williams.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Jesse Winker.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Chisholm makes the grab, one down.
Now batting, designated
He's 2 outs away. Juan Soto now.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
In there at the knees, and that is strike one. Williams, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against it.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
The 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And a 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. The Mets down by a pair. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And that one is downstairs. 2-2.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
That one is hammered right field. That's back. Gone. He'll circle the bases. Home run number 20 on the year. It's 4-3.
Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. How is that fastball out of here?
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. That one's in there. That's strike 1. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Goldie steps on the bag. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. He's already homered in this game. That one catches the zone, and that's strike 1.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for him.
Ground ball right side. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Yankees add another to their winning streak.
Well, this team is on such a roll. 20 wins in a row, tying the 2002 Athletics. I came a year after that streak and was able to play with a lot of those guys. And I tell you what, there's some great energy when you're in an environment like that and you just want to keep on playing. You don't want to go home and leave the ballpark and leave your buddies.
4-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.